1 minute. Let me know if the audio sounds okay to you right now.
the Chinese laundry. Okay.
All right, welcome everybody. This is a kind of an experimental, but yet very, very special broadcast on Facebook Live, also on the JV Johnson YouTube page. So welcome to everybody, regardless of where you happen to be watching or listening or both to this. We appreciate you coming along. Our special presentation tonight is a Readings with Rebecca. Now, Rebecca Foster has been doing readings for people for quite some time. Her website is RebeccaFoster.co. She does them all over the country, and she's been on Beyond Reality Radio, the radio program that I co-host, several times. We do a first Thursday of the month feature on Beyond Reality Radio called Readings with Rebecca. We did that last week. And what ended up happening was that we had way more phone calls than we could get to. And we left people on hold, and we tried to get to as many as we could, but we just simply ran out of time in that format. So Rebecca and I spoke about this, and we thought, hey, why don't we take this opportunity to do it in a different way, not on the radio program, but through Facebook Live and also through on YouTube at the JV Johnson YouTube page. And this will give us a bit of a more flexibility. We don't have to take breaks. We don't have to end at any specific time, although we can't go all night because we do have Beyond Reality Radio coming on at midnight that I have to host. But either way, we're excited to do this, and I've got Rebecca with me. Rebecca, this is really kind of a neat thing we're doing here, isn't it?
I think so. I think it's very neat, and it's a great collaboration, I think.
Yeah, it really is. I just wish I could get rid of this thing that says internet connection problem because it's on the screen here. I'm going to try to fiddle with this for a second. Tell us before we get started, because a lot of people might be new to what you do. You're a psychic, you're a medium, you're known as the Midwest Medium. Your website you also have is godstool.com. Tell us, kind of sum it up for us. What exactly do you do?
I'm a clairvoyant spiritual medium. I've been doing this for 32 years. So I know that sounds absolutely impossible, but so basically, my gift is transitioned, and it started off as just kind of like a circus act, really. And it is that fact I can hear God, spirit guides, people who've passed over, and I pass those messages on to people. I don't consult the dead, and yes, I am a Christian, and I believe in God, and I believe in Christ, and I've read the Bible several times. So for those that question if I'm doing this in white light, then yes. It comes through, it helps people, it prevents things, it keeps them safe, it leads them in the right direction, gives them confirmation, helps them. So that kind of just explains a bit of the wrestling that I did in the earlier years of doing this. And so now I use it to help people as much as possible.
And you do help a lot of people. Now, I'm going to explain to everybody. Yeah, I see in the comments that we've got some echo going on. We're using a new setup here, so I'm going to be adjusting things as we go along. So forgive any technical glitches as we do this. I think right now everything sounds okay. If I could get some confirmation from anybody in either chat, that would be great, just to know that things sound okay. Because I don't want to start taking phone calls until I know we've got the audio all set up. One thing that's pretty exciting, Rebecca, is that we've got you coming to an event that I promote and run called Scaricon. And you're going to come, you're going to do a couple gallery readings there, plus to have a table and sign autographs, meet people, shake hands, do all that.
Oh, my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait. And fall is my season. It's my thing. That's the best. So I am so excited. I think we've got 3 scheduled for a Saturday and 1 or 2 on a Sunday, and it's just going to be super fun. I can't wait.
It is, and it's the first time we've done anything like this at Scaricon, so we're excited about it as well. Okay, I think we've got the audio thing all set up. Now, if you're wondering how to participate in this, and we've got a bunch of viewers on Facebook, a bunch on the YouTube channel, the way you need to participate is by calling the call-in number. It's 607-282 607-282-4497. We'll continually post that in both of the chat rooms just so you can see it. But again, 607-282-4497. And are you ready to take some calls?
Absolutely. And yeah, and I'm reading the chats too. So if anything pops up there and we're just discussing, I'll just throw something at someone too who's in the chats, if you don't mind too, in between calls or whatever. If I vibe on something, then I'd be happy to grab someone off the chat too.
That works perfectly well. And by the way, if you're looking at the video feed here, you can see Rebecca's YouTube channel is youtube.com/C/Rebecca Foster, and you can check her out there. If you're looking to find this particular broadcast on YouTube instead of Facebook, you can go to youtube.com/C/JV Johnson. And we ask that whichever YouTube or both, actually, if you go to those and give them a subscribe, that would be really, really helpful as well. So let's start with Melanie. Melanie is calling us from Texas. Hey, Melanie, welcome to the program.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on.
Hi, Melanie. How are you? Don't answer that question.
Good, thank you.
It's a habit. I ask people how they're doing because I like to start a conversation, but then I realize I don't want to know. I have to tell you how you're doing.
Absolutely.
Okay. So basically, I'm sorry. I have to move my cat. He's in my line of view here. So Melanie, the first thing that I see for you is that there is a desire right now for, I want to say peace. There's a desire for people to come together around you, almost as if there are some frayed ends, and you are taking them and you're kind of pulling them together and tying them together. And what they're doing is they're showing me, I'm looking down it's as if a mirror is lengthwise in front of me, and I can see how thin that mirror is, but I can see how big it is. And on one side it's darker, it looks like nighttime, and it's a little cloudier. And then on the other side, you are barefoot and you're walking just through the very shallows of the water. I mean, just basically what's rushing up onto the sand is what you are walking through.
Uh-huh.
And so this shows that the beach represents a person's feeling of safety, security, and grounding. And what it is it shows you walking just in that hairline of water, which can represent issues or worries that a person sees coming at them. And so with you, what's going on is there's this reality of what you may be uncomfortable with, what needs to change in your life, and then at the same time, it's beautiful on this side of the mirror where you're just kind of flowing and you've got this transparent gown on. It represents the desire for spirituality and awakening, for spirit to work in your life, for God to work in your life. And so my suggestion is to, unless it completely focuses on you, this problem or this issue, unless it completely engulfs you, do not focus on it. Do not give it any of your attention. Get out of the water. And I know you're not supposed to break a mirror. It's, 7 years bad luck. But I want you to envision a giant mirror on your beach, and when you look around the side of it, you can see it's darker, and when you look through it, you see the reflection of this beauty. I want you to just visualize picking that big mirror up. I want you to remove it, and I want you to kind of allow what you're going through, both negative and positive. I want you to acknowledge them and kind of watch them blend. I know this is weird, but it's visualization, and it really does. Even when I'm talking to someone as I'm explaining how to do something, their energies change because they are visualizing what I'm trying to tell them to do. And so as I'm actually reading for you, my stomach is kind of doing a flip-flop. I'm getting a little bit of anxiety. So it's funny, but there is this real desire for keeping the peace around you right now. And so if you can't keep the peace, just accept that as well. I mean, we can't do it for everyone, but
right.
You just have this really sunny, beautiful soul. So, I mean, you would think that you'd be able to fix anything looking at you. But I think that there are things going on that are other people's lessons that do not involve you. You see it happening, but they aren't your lessons. So I hope that kind of helps you understand a few things.
Absolutely. It makes perfect sense. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you so much for calling in and getting through, too.
Yeah, Melanie, thank you for being the first one as we do this, what we would consider to be a bit of an experimental but very much exciting and fun broadcast on Facebook and YouTube, doing Readings with Rebecca. Again, this is a feature that we do on Beyond Reality Radio the first Thursday of each month. And we had such a high demand last Thursday, the first Thursday of August, that we decided to extend it into this format. And I like it so far, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it, Rebecca.
Absolutely. I'm good for it.
Let's go to, I think this is Lakey, also in Texas. Lakey, welcome to the program.
Hi.
Hi, Lakey. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am good. Okay, so the first thing that I'm supposed to tell you is that, oh, girl, there's a lot going on around you. And
Yes.
probably too much than I can cover right now, but let me just give you this. First of all, one, you aren't crazy. Okay? Two, the baggage that you're carrying around, this has been for many, many years that you have been dragging it, like literally dragging it like a huge weight behind you. And it's unviewable. Like, people around you can't see it. All they recognize is the struggle that you're going through as you carry that baggage. So when they first look at you, they're like, why is she looking like she's forlorn, or why does she look like she's struggling? Because they don't understand what you're carrying behind you. And so everything happens to us for a purpose. Nothing happens to us in vain. Absolutely nothing is done to us because it's just for fun. God doesn't just make things happen to go ho, ho, ho. Everything happens because He puts a person in a position to where then they can later use that to help others around them. And He uses imperfect people to make those things happen. Because if I said this the other day, if we're perfect and our cup is full, and then there is no way for Him to come in and make any difference in us, because we're like, I don't need anything. I'm good. My cup's full. I'm good. I'm fine. But when you come in and your cup is half empty, when it's a quarter full, there is a lot of filling that He can do there. And so He takes us imperfect as we are, which is awesome, because then we know that in that humbleness, in that humility, that He can make a difference. And so that is what I'm supposed to tell you today, that through all of the darkness that you have walked, and it looks like it's been for many years, of trying to just figure out who you are and where you belong and why. What's my purpose? Why am I here? Because it looks like this has been like an ongoing struggle for you, that He is wanting me to tell you that you do have purpose and that there is there's a major reason for you, and it's the compassion that you have. It is how you treat others, that you're so fully accepting to other people. So just know that you have a lot of purpose in lifting other people up, and you may not even realize it. You may not even recognize it.
Thank
so
you.
I hope that gives you a little bit of reassurance that you're recognized from upstairs, that they know.
I appreciate it. I do. I really appreciate hearing that.
Mm-hmm. And I know you want answers, and I know I don't have time to give it, but I can tell you that there is a verse, Matthew 21:22, I think that's off the top of my head, that which you pray for and you believe within your heart, you will receive. And that is one of my most favoriteest things, because when you ask for something and it's in the pit of your stomach and you really, really believe it and you really, really, truly, truly need it, it comes from the heart. It's legit. It gets answered. I'm telling you, miracles happen with that little verse right there. It's pretty awesome.
And it's Matthew 21?
21:22. Mm-hmm.
Am I on the right path?
You have been on the right path. You have been. You have to accept who you are, as imperfect as you are. You have to accept that. We are all imperfect. And that is where, the darkness comes through and plays on those imperfections to make us feel like we're no good. And so what you have to realize is that we are all imperfect. There is not a perfect person out there. You look at these people who you think are perfect on the movie screens and in the magazines, and they're not. Look at how many are so depressed that they're taking their own lives. You wonder, they had it all, everything was wonderful, it's so perfect. Wait, maybe not. Maybe not. And so that's what everyone has to understand. Every day that we get through, even struggling, carrying that baggage with us, every day that we get through, even though it's a struggle, that's excellent. That's like perfect.
But I don't feel like I feel like I've worked through, or at least overcome, and my past, and that I'm successful now. That I'm making strides, and that I'm being successful. And when people see me, they see someone who's
they
really
recognize
happy.
that. And I think the point of it is that upstairs wants you to know that this is the case. that may very well be that you've overcome, but the fact that you've carried that and that you have dragged that around with you for so long, even though you've worked through it, it's being recognized that this is, again, something that you're using. So when you ask, what is my purpose, that is your purpose, that you're taking things that you've gone through and been through, and you've shared them. And when people say, well, how'd you get through it? How did you do it? What did you do? That right there, you're helping someone. You're guiding them. You're counseling them. Ministering.
It's funny that you would say, you said exactly the words that I've always believed, in that I've always felt like we're supposed to go through the things that we go through so that we can turn around and give that power to someone else, because we've walked where they're walking.
Yeah, well, then there's your confirmation.
Yeah.
To let you know that you are thinking you're thinking the right stuff. So,
Lakey, thank
Excellent.
you. Yeah, thank you so much for the phone call. Again, if you're trying to get through, continue to call. It's 607-282-4497. That's the call-in number. The lines are full, but as we take calls, the phone lines will open up. Is that a common thing, Rebecca? Do people often struggle with their past when they're trying to find their way forward?
Oh my gosh! You know what? I'm telling you what. The darker things in this world, we've got God and we've got Spirit. We've got those entities, those spirits that we pray to. And some people don't. Some people rely on their own strength, okay, and that's fine. That's their choice. For those of people who are extra help or for looking for guidance, the thing is that, Spirit whispers, we really have to listen hard, whereas the things are right in our ears. So they take those things that we have failed at, that are negatives, that, let's say, somebody's in foster care, and all they hear all their life, or they're given up by a parent and they're adopted, and all they hear all their life is, they didn't love you, nobody loves you, blah, blah, blah. That can really weigh on a person. Couple that with being a teenager in a difficult situation, or however the case may be. So these darker entities, they play on that, and they feed all of the negatives into us constantly. And so, going back to your original question, which I've completely forgot because I've gone off and listened to them.
That's okay. You answered it. All right, let's continue with the phone calls. By the way, just so you know, this is a bit of an experiment. So once in a while, Rebecca's image will disappear because of the connection. We've got a lot of things running through our data right now. We're going to make some reconfigurations for the next time, but it's still all good. We're going to go to Brandy. It looks like Brandy's calling in from Washington, D.C. Hey, Brandy, welcome to the program.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
Hi, Brandy. I'm not going to cut you off. See that, JV? I did it to you, too. I just talked about that the other night.
It's all good. It's all good.
Brandy. Okay. So for you, Brandy, the first thing that it looks like you are standing about halfway across a bridge. You are in some spiky, beautiful heels, a tight pin skirt, and a blouse of some kind. Your hair is down. You don't have really any makeup on. You have bracelets on your right wrist. And you walk really well in those heels, even though this is like a wooden bridge. I mean, you're doing a good job. So basically, you're stopped, and you're looking over the edge. And what is down there? Let's see. This looks like, what's interesting, it looks like it would be a gully, but it looks almost dried up. I've never seen that before. Okay. So basically what they're saying is that at some point you've left your comfort zone, or your guides are saying that leaving the comfort zone, you get stuck halfway across. And it's not so much because it's dried up. Water would represent worries and problems. However, that's drying up. It's almost to a minimal of water underneath you. So this is also saying that there's really nothing external that is going to be causing you fears or worries. Those high heels, though, any kind of shoe represent an external source. And I know I'm contradicting myself right now, but external worries, things that would actually be a legitimate worry, they're non-existent. But there are people out there and situations that may try to cause you to, hey, you don't need to cross that bridge. You're good enough. They may actually try to keep you where you are or where you're starting off from. And I'm looking at this going, why would she want to do that? You've got these bracelets around your wrist, which are signifying the need for spontaneity, riskiness, taking a bit of a leap of faith. But then I feel like I want to cling to security. I want to cling to what is safe. I don't want to walk away from that. So I'm stopped, like feet, like in the tracks. I don't want to move because I feel like I'm supposed to. I really want to. I want to go do this. It's totally new. I can start something completely extravagant and my name would be on it. However, by doing that, I am leaving my security and I feel like I want to throw up when I feel like crossing the rest of the way across the bridge. So externally, no issues, no worries. It's something I want to say, go for it. Nothing that's going to affect you. It would be an illusion to think it. However, the people and situations around you are making you feel that you would either not be able to make it by crossing the bridge. They're putting this garbage into your head. It's like, don't listen to it. If you have any hesitancy, let's say that you are in a really secure job, but something that you've wanted, for instance, is about to open up and you can have it, but you're terrified because the money isn't good or because it's maybe a distance drive, that kind of a situation. But the thing is, oh man, those feet, it's just those shoes, I don't, yeah. If you are not completely sold on it, you're going to end up regretting it. You're going to end up turning around and going back. And I never want someone to make a choice because I've told them to. If you are moving forward and you still haven't finished or completed something behind you, you need to turn around and go finish it before you move forward. If the opportunity across the bridge is supposed to be there for you and you're supposed to do it, it will remain there for you as an opportunity to choose from. But I just feel like I want to go, but I feel like I have to complete stuff. I'm not done yet. I can't leave my securities yet. I hope that makes sense to you.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
Yeah, and that's funny because it feels almost as if it's career, but it breaches personal as well.
Thank you for the call, Brandy. We appreciate you calling in from D.C. Let's go to Amber. Amber is calling from Wisconsin. Hey, Amber, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Hey, Amber, whereabouts in Wisconsin?
Actually from the Waukesha area.
Yay! Oh, you're about 40 minutes from me.
Oh, nice. All right.
I know, right? All right, Amber. Okay, let's take a peek here. Let's see, Amber. You, so beyond the person's beach, from my perspective, I'm looking at your beach. The water is to my right. So coming towards me and going up away from the beach is a large sand dune, and along this pathway there is a little picket fence. On the right-hand side is like a giant wall of sand, and then this fence leads out into this giant field, and the field is where people who've passed over will come through. And I'm watching you. I mean, this is the first place you go. So, you mean, you're on your beach. It's good and all. People always want to know, am I on my beach? Am I on my beach? But you are. But you're walking straight up to this fence. You're looking for someone, and you're waiting for communication from someone. This feels male. And it's weird because I can sense that you're looking to talk to someone, but they're not there. Now I'm getting the shake. So they're trying to tell me that they're more earthbound around you, meaning that even if they've checked into heaven, however the case may be, that they are more around you on an earthly level in this dimension. And so you might sense them, feel them, smell them. Your animals around you might pick up on them, but I'm not sure if it's a G or a J, if it's a J sound, like a hard G or a soft G sound that I'm picking up, like George or Gary. I'm not sure. But okay. It's a GJ kind of a sound. And I'm sorry?
I don't know who that, my dad's passed over, but his middle name is Gregory.
Gregory, okay. And was he a golfer?
No.
Did he swing anything? Was he bat? Did he bat? Did he swing something? And the reason I ask, and I hate asking questions, but the reason I ask is because I see a gentleman off in the field who's either he's swinging something like a bat or a golf club, and
he used to play softball.
Okay, and he is far off in the distance, like trying to communicate something to me, but this individual's energy is more around you than anything. And so watch for if you've got animals around you, how they react. And I'm trying to get any. See, the problem is he's around you, so I have to get a remote view. It's much easier if with an animal to do a remote view, but in such a short amount of time, I just want to see anything else. I'm not sure if it's a T or D. I'm trying to listen. And golly gee, he's trying to shove everything through a straw right now to get me to see everything. It almost feels like I want to talk about my foot or my ankle, and a scab or a sore. I'm supposed to talk about a scab or a sore. Almost like really dry skin is what it feels like. That's how I feel. It's like I've just got really dry skin. And I'm not sure if he's trying to convey this about himself or you. But he won't move. This energy won't move off the field. Just keeps swinging this ball at me. And in a pair of slacks and what looks like a sweater with a shirt underneath it, or a top with a shirt under it that I can see two different tops, a long sleeve and then a short sleeve, some kind of hat. And it's interesting. He won't give me anything there, but from your perspective, smells like chlorine or bleach. I know that sounds weird too, but to give you everything he's trying to give to me. Everything he's giving, it's like coming through like he knows that I'm on a limit, so he's just shoving everything through so it twizzles itself. And he's trying to mention a dog. And I hate doing that. I don't want to just throw stuff at you. It looks like I'm trying to generalize, and I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to be specific with what he's showing me. But, it's like smells like chlorine or bleach that he wants me to communicate. And, the kind that after you've sat in a pool for a long time or in a enclosed pool and your nose just, everything smells like chlorine for a while. It's weird. Interesting. Did you just color your hair or something?
Yeah, I did, and then I have a hair appointment on Wednesday.
Okay. You just colored your hair, but you're going in to get your hair cut?
Yeah, I'm getting it fixed.
Okay. Maybe that's what he's trying to say, because it just smells like maybe ammonia, I guess. Maybe it's, I don't know, but that's what he's trying to convey, maybe, is the smell of chlorine or bleach or something. Interesting.
I didn't say anything about hairstyling tips during this evening, but okay, go for it. Go for it, Rebecca.
I don't think he's going to give me any hairstyling tips. I do get a thumbs up, though. If that does anything for you, I do get a thumbs up. So.
Okay, well, good.
That's a good thing. Well, thanks for calling in.
Amber, thank you, and good luck at the hairstylist tomorrow. We wish you the best there. We have a lot of phone calls. If you're trying to get through and the line is busy, that's just because the phones are filled right now. So as we let people go, certainly start dialing, and you can try to get through. It's 607-282-4497. This is Tamara, also in Texas. Third call from Texas. Hey, Tamara, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hi, Tamara. How are you? All right, let's take a peek here. You know what? The first thing I smell around you, it smells like a dog, like a lap dog. Like I have a dog in my lap. That's what I feel like, a brown dog in my lap. That's probably too big for my lap, but that's what it smells like and what I feel like hair. Like shedding. Maybe it's a cat, a really big cat, but it smells like a dog. It's interesting. And
I have a big Pomeranian laying right next to me.
They do. Do they shed a little bit? Do they shed a little? I don't know. I don't think you don't have to get them groomed, do you?
She sheds, but she's nothing but a big old fluff ball.
Okay. Now you also had a male though too. You had a male.
Yes, I do.
Okay. You have him right now, or you did?
Yes, he's right. He's laying at the end of the bed.
Okay. And let me ask you this. I'm not sure if this is because dogs will twizzle. They have no discretion, when it comes to coming through. So what it feels like is another dog, if it's not the one on the bed, but is there visual issues? It feels like a dog is trying to convey like visual issues to me, either that I'm having like cataract issues or glaucoma or something, but there is an animal trying to convey that to me. So I'm not sure if it's the male you have now or a male that you previously had.
I have four dogs and a cat, and well, 3 of them are deaf. They're all senior citizens except the Pomeranian. So yeah, you can see their eyes clouding over, but because they're super old.
Right. Well, that would be, I guess, understandable then. Is there one like does the name Willie or Nilly or something make any sense to you?
We had one named Nellie.
Nellie, okay. And did that dog have eye issues?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
We took her to the eye doctor.
Okay, so this must be her coming through. All right, then. There we go. I know there's always something specific. If you can't name it, there's always something going on there.
Yeah, we lived in Laredo, and we drove to San Antonio to take her to an eye specialist.
All right, so you've got her coming through. So you've got more than your dogs and your cat hanging out with you. And what's funny, I know this sounds crazy, but the dog wants me to mention like something that is either pink or salmon colored, and it's I don't know if it's the dog's fur, but the dog wants me to talk about something pink or salmon colored, like that. That is what you'll have to think about it because it's wanting me to acknowledge that.
I have my Pomeranian's tail vegan dyed with pink, and so her tail's all fluffy with pink.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. There's the pink fur. Okay, I love it when animals come through because they really don't have any discretion. They'll just tell you the way it is, but they twizzle each other very often.
I don't know if she likes it, but
I can tell you from what Nellie is saying is that your other dogs, even though that they're senior citizens, that they all look like they're doing rather well. Maybe slower than norm, but they're all okay. And that the one that is laying in your lap is, it's funny because dogs are telepathic. So the one on the bed and the one in your lap, they're communicating and they don't see you. They say you don't eat well enough, that they say you need to eat better, like pay more attention to what you're eating and when you're eating it. And that it will, that they're concerned about what you eat. It's funny how animals are, that they're making sure that you are not missing a meal, that kind of a thing. So not forgetting to eat.
Maybe eat better.
Maybe eat better? Interesting.
Maybe I need to eat better.
I think we all do need to do a little of that, Tamara. Thank you for the phone call. Just so you know, everybody who's joining us on Facebook and elsewhere, this is the first time we've done this. Rebecca does a regular feature on Beyond Reality Radio, the radio show that I co-host with Jason Hawes, called Readings with Rebecca. We do that the first Thursday of every month. We do it live on the radio. There are stations all over the country that carry that program. And we've decided, because last week we had such a demand to do readings, that we would do this extra broadcast, and we're going to try to do this somewhat regularly. Rebecca also does gallery readings on her YouTube page. So, Rebecca, if people wanted to catch up with those, I know there's no regular schedule. You just kind of announce them when you have time to do them, but how can they follow that?
Well, if they get onto my YouTube page, which you have actually up under my picture here, just subscribe to it, like it, and then there's like a little bell that if you click on the little bell, it'll let you know the moment I get on to do a live stream. I do post them though, so it lists upcoming events. I believe the next one that I'm doing that I have scheduled for sure is August 24th. That is a Friday, and I do it 9 Eastern to 11. So, and it's a lot of fun. It's live. People just get into the chat, and I read everybody off of the chat room. So, yeah, hello to everybody, too, who is watching here.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We've got a lot of folks watching through Facebook. We also have folks on the YouTube channel. By the way, the YouTube channel is my channel. It's youtube.com/C/JV Johnson. And not only is this being broadcast there, but also Beyond Reality Radio. We do a live video stream there during the show. That show runs Monday through Friday night, although Friday is a pre-recorded show. So it's Monday through Thursday live from midnight Eastern until 2 in the morning. We talk about not only things like we do with Rebecca, but we also talk about other paranormal topics like ghosts, UFOs, Bigfoot, various paranormal topics. Always a great discussion. Let's continue with our phone calls. Again, if you're trying to get through, keep trying. I know it's frustrating. We've got a lot of calls coming in, but this is Kathy in Louisiana. Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Hi, Kathy. How are you? All right.
I'm okay. How are you? Okay.
Interesting. You've got someone around you. It's a male. So if there's is there a guy in the room with you right now?
No.
Okay.
I'm a male
Not
cat.
that you can see. You have a male energy around you right now. It actually just looks like it's a person sitting next to you in I would think from my remote view, from my perspective, I look to the right, and this looks like a couch or a love seat that a person would be sitting in.
Really?
Yeah. And I would think that this would be a relative of some kind, because it just looks like he's watching TV or not really. Do you have like an organ or a piano across from that?
No, I have a huge entertainment center.
Okay. That would make sense because it's big, and that looks like what he's focusing on, whatever that is across from him.
That's where my TV is.
Okay, all right. And it's funny. It looks like he's in shorts or skivvies with a T-shirt, and I think he would be tall if he stood up. He'd probably be about 6'3" or 6'4", a little bit thinner hair on top, unless he does it by choice. And
I've always felt like there was somebody around me all the time, but
it's very possible that maybe he just is a previous owner of your home, and he just hangs around. It's funny because he just looks like he's part of the house. I would think that if that's the case and that you feel like he's around you, then he is probably someone who would also warn you if anything was wrong. He'd wake you up, or he would do something, because he's obviously aware of who you are and that you're sitting there, which is really cool. And then also, he may be around, too, because you sense him and that you talk to yourself a lot. He listens to those conversations.
I was a sensitive before.
I'm sorry?
I was told that I was a sensitive before, and I do read people sometimes.
I don't doubt it. I really think because you are, open to those things. And when you talk to yourself, he carries on a conversation as if you're talking to him. It's funny.
Oh, wow.
So you're talking to either yourself or your guides, and he's actually having a conversation with you. So you kind of keep him company as well. It's interesting.
Okay.
Very cool.
But he's not here to hurt me, right?
Oh, no. Nope, not at all. I think that he would protect you, that if there was a fire or someone trying to break in, I think he'd wake you up. He would make sure you were safe. Absolutely. He's just hanging out.
Okay.
Kathy,
very cool. Right. And because you have
I feel like I've had this dark cloud around me lately. That's why I was calling.
You what?
I've had bad luck. I've just been having bad luck. One thing right after the other.
Well,
and
I don't think it's personally you. I don't think it's personally you. It's when, on top of the fact that we had a full moon, we had the lunar eclipse, Mercury also went retrograde. And I don't really do astrology. I don't get into it. I don't understand it. I can't understand physics. I don't know the distance between the sun and the moon and the earth. I couldn't do it. But I do know that when Mercury goes retrograde, I just pretty much pull all of my energy in, because I know if I take 2 steps, one step forward, I'm taking 2 steps back. And I know to refrain from anything that I'm trying to pursue, anything new, because it's probably going to get screwed up. And my mouth is going to get me in trouble, so I just shut down during that few weeks Mercury is retrograde. But being that you're sensitive, it very well may be affecting your energy negatively. So just give yourself a break and refrain from, just enjoy what's around you right now. Don't try to start something new.
Kathy, thank you for the phone call. Let's go to Dina. Dina, also in Texas. Wow, a lot of folks in Texas calling tonight. Hey, Dina.
I know.
Hello.
Hi, Dina.
Hello.
Hi. All right, Dina, the first thing that I can tell you your guides are saying is that you need to learn how to say no. You need to learn how to say no. You need to say no, no, no. Let me get back to you. Let me think about it. Because you are the yes person, the go-to person for things. And people come to you because your generosity, because you're generous with who you are, not just financially, but you're generous with your time and your energy. And those are huge resources. So if people can use those resources and get them for free, they're going to call you. And you need to learn to say, you know what, I need to get back to you on that. Let me check my calendar. Your guides are saying you need to take more time for you. You need some space. You need some time. And that you can't feel guilty about it. That's one. That's from me. Because I'm looking at your plate and I'm going, this woman doesn't sit still for like 5 seconds. It's like there's a match under your butt. You're having to move around constantly. And you try to sit down and whoop, you're up again.
I'm 69
girl,
years
there's
old.
so much going on here. It's almost as if you have this group around you and you're slowing down and looking around and going, wow, cool, look at that. And then all of a sudden you're at the very, very back of the group, and so you have to run to catch up. So basically what it's saying is that don't do things based on what others are doing, because it's really going to ruin your perspective. It's going to ruin your experience. So maybe if you start doing something differently, the group will follow you, because they'll be like, what is she doing differently? Why does she look so happy? What is she doing? Oh, she started saying no? I'm going to go follow her. She started doing what? She was enjoying what was going on. Oh, okay, I'm going to start doing what she's doing. And you don't even have to tell them you're doing it. You just have to break away from the crowd. You have to break away from a group that you are hanging around with. It's just like, they may be positive and fun and all the rest, but you need a break. You need your own energy time. And to lead as well. There's some leadership in you. Absolutely. There's so much going on around you. I'm going to take your plate and wash it off for a little while. Give it back to you.
Well, that's me in a nutshell.
Yes. It's crazy. Time to say no. Go get a bath. Get your feet rubbed. Drink a glass of wine.
Time for Dina to take care of Dina, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. It's really time, without guilt.
Dina, thank you for your phone call. Let's go to Helen. Helen is in New York. Hey, Helen, welcome.
Hello.
Hi, Helen.
Hi.
All right, so let's take a peek at Helen. Helen, oh, wow, you are an entrepreneur. You really are a go-getter, businessy, savvy, jump-at-it, risky taker person. And the reason I'm saying this is because you're on your beach, but you're in one of those surf outfits, scuba outfits or whatever. And I forget the name of this stuff, so I'm not even going to try. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 surfboards, and you're like polishing 1, 2. And so what this is telling me, people have like maybe one boat on their beach, maybe a raft. You've got all of these. What this is telling me, and they're all colorful and beautiful, is that you have no fear going out on the water and trying out new things, trying new experiences. Mundane monotony would just drive you nuts. I could not put you behind a desk. I couldn't put you doing the same thing every single day. I think it would explode your mind with boredom. So if you're trying to figure out what to do, how to do it, if you are a busy person who is constantly trying new things and pursuing new avenues, it's exactly where you're supposed to be. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. And it's like this innovative energy around you that I don't want to say like inventive. Innovative is better, because it just looks like you've got like ideas popping and going around and coming up with and like excellent HR person, excellent ability to communicate to people. PR is like perfect for you. Being that person who does the talking, I need one of those. because I usually foul things up because I'm not a good talker like that. So you have this entrepreneur energy that basically is what it's saying is right now you need to take a risk. You need to just take a risk. And if you're considering, what do I do? What should I do? I would say just jump. Like, take your shoes off, remove all the people and the situations around you that are trying to hold you back, and just plug your nose and jump. Just go for it. Just full, all in, just full. And I'm not saying into the water. I'm talking like off a cliff. Eventually, Indiana Jones style, that brick is going to catch you from underneath. But there's a leap of faith coming for you. Just take it. Do it. Don't consider. I can't even get the word no out of my mouth, pretty much. It won't let me say it. So I hope that's going to help you make a decision coming up soon, maybe even a difficult decision. But it feels really good. It feels rich. It feels, and not rich in like a money way, but rich in like a chocolate, delicious thickness, richness to it. Like something
rewarding, Rebecca?
Condensed and, rewarding, exactly. Mm-hmm. Thick.
Hope that
Absolutely.
Awesome. Hope that helps you, Helen. Okay, thank you for the call. Again, we're doing kind of an experimental broadcast on Facebook and YouTube, Readings with Rebecca. Rebecca does a monthly feature on Beyond Reality Radio the first Thursday of each month, and it was so overwhelmingly popular last Thursday with the phone calls we decided to extend here. Rebecca, how do you keep the energy to keep doing so many readings back to back to back? I mean, you're just nonstop.
You know what? I just know that when I'm done, I'm done. And I would tell you, I really, for an event like this or something, I was joking around with my mother the other day to answer this because I shut down. I realized the days that I do these things or do an event live, I shut my energy down completely. And I might even be rude to the people around me because I didn't even realize it until the other day doing a Batavia event. I was exhausted. I basically was sitting doing Sudoku with a headache, ready to fall asleep, and my niece walked in, and I was like, oh, hi. I haven't seen her, and my mom was like, why are you so rude? I was like, I don't mean to be rude. I just realized when I am doing this that my energy is such an important resource to me. I pull in, and I don't even, like, before my events, I don't talk to people. I hide. I go outside, I recoil behind a counter, and it's because and it never dawned on me. I just realized I'm not really mean, I'm not rude, it's just that I have to mentally prepare myself for whatever may happen in the next 2 hours. So I go into it, sometimes tired, and I come out fully energized, like, woof! I just got an awesome flooding of God and energy, and I feel like I can't go to sleep now. So,
well, let's move on here to Iowa with Annabelle. Annabelle, welcome to the program.
Hello.
Hey, Anna, how are you?
I'm fine. I've seen this and I thought, I never ask about myself, but I'm like, I got to do this because I love JV too. It's like, okay.
Oh, thank you.
Give me stress.
How are you, Anna? Don't tell me. Okay. So Anna, you never ask about yourself. You don't.
I don't.
No, you never do. You're very unselfish. So the one thing I see for you is that there's a narrow path. It's darker. You're walking down this narrow path, and it's like super peaceful. I'm listening, and all I can hear is maybe a cricket every now and then or a bullfrog. But, I don't hear anything else. No wind. Nothing. And you are walking, you got your hands behind your back. You're kind of looking down at the ground. Every now and then you kick a rock out of the way. There's this contemplation happening around you. Narrow paths represent the need or the near desire for spirit. And the closeness of spirit, and even in the Bible, a narrow path is difficult. It's pressure from both sides. It's feeling as if you really do feel like you're going through things alone. And I know that you have a huge support system around you. You have an awesome family. I was lucky to meet you guys in Iowa, actually. And it's even though you have this like outpouring and outburst of energy. What I'm seeing here is there's this highly contemplative Anna that is always figuring on herself and contemplating the next step and what's in front of me. And you're not worried about it. You're not looking up. You're not looking around going, oh, what's coming?
No, I'm
not.
What's in the dark? Everybody's like, what's wrong with you?
No, there's nothing.
I don't know. I'm just on this new path.
Yeah, no, you're just kind of walking there nonchalantly, just doing your thing. And that's okay. It's okay to be where you're. It means that you're just okay. You're content. It means that, and not content in a bad way. It means that you are, you're okay with. You're trusting that this is where I'm supposed to be. I'm trusting that this is the way I'm supposed to be.
And I trust my guides more too. I listen. I trust my guides, and it's like, I feel Hunter, so I know he's good. So it's like my religion is getting more stronger, but
yeah,
I just want to go forward, but some of them don't want to go forward with me. They think I'm, like, you're really losing it. And it's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
No,
it's real.
No, you're not losing it, girl. You are not losing it at all. Yes. No. You are all good. And from the way I can see it, it's just and the coloring and shading of it, it's just transitory. It means that you're transitioning and you're going from one person to the next. Like for yourself, you're becoming who you are supposed to be, and you've had a difficult transition in order to become that. So
it's always been like a fight to get from A to B with film.
Yeah, and you're doing fine. You are doing really well. And it's I can see the inside, so it's not like, oh, she's happy on the outside and it's not that way on the inside. Believe me, I've seen tears of a clown before with people, so I would tell you if I saw it. But I don't. I see a person who's just as secure on the inside as they are on the outside. So God bless. Thanks for getting it through. I'm glad you got through, Anna.
I'm so excited that I got to talk to you on the phone too.
I know.
So much fun.
You're so crazy, girl.
That his cracks me up at night. It's like I gotta go to bed.
Well, I appreciate you joining us every night. Thank you so much for doing that.
And I love your songs too, JV. You're great. I love it when you play your guitar. It just makes me smile.
Thank you very much. That's very, very kind. I appreciate that. Thanks for calling in. Great to talk to you.
God bless you too.
And you
okay,
too.
Anna. Bye.
All right, that's a beautiful call. Let's go to Kathleen. Kathleen's in Ohio. Hi, Kathleen. Welcome to the show.
Hi. How y'all doing?
Great.
Hi, Kathleen.
Hi.
Kathleen, it's funny. I want to pick you up and I want to put you down. Let's say anywhere. I could pick you up and put you down anywhere, and you would make it work. When I see a soul like yours, you are. When I first started reading for people, your soul was a rarity. And the more and more people are awakening to spirit and that there is more to us than just this skin and bones, you are one of a lot now. And so you need to get the supports around you for this, because you are an old soul, you are a chameleon, and you are the type of person that I can pick up and put down anywhere into any situation, and you would figure out how to get along, and everything would be fine with the people around you. You're a homebody, though. It looks like you're a bit of a hermit homebody, and that's cool. And the other funny thing about people like yourself, and I think that this might help you to understand how special you are, is that you have a contempt for the human race. There's like this, I love people, I want to help people, well, what is wrong with people? And more people, it's funny, are waking up to that as well, where they want so badly, their soul recognizes the need for change, the need for positivity, the need for new thoughts, and their soul recognizes this. It comes across differently as a human, though, because it comes across more as a frustration or an anger or upset. And it's not truly that. It is that we understand that we only have 100 years here, if we're lucky. And that's not a lot of time to make a difference, especially when we keep thinking, I'm only one person. How am I going to do this? I'm only one person. But let me reassure you that Moses said the same thing. He was like, how in the heck do you think I'm going to make all these people leave that and cross a desert with nothing? How do you think I'm going to do that? So if you ever sit back and think to yourself, as just little old me, what am I going to do about this? He's never going to give you a situation that is any greater than what you're capable of. And so you got to take what is surrounding you, what is happening around you, and you've got to see it for what it is, and then do what is within your heart to make it better. And don't let anybody else poop on that at all. You're an old soul. Old souls usually tend, like yourself, chameleons, they usually don't want to be back down here. They tend to come back down for other people because they know that they've got to help Sue, or they got to help John, or they got to help somebody in some way. And it's more like, I didn't want to go back down, but okay, fine, I'll go back down. And so you go through life where you are needed, and you go through life just basically doing what your calling is at that moment where you're required. So I hope that gives you a little confirmation and just a little happiness knowing that you have a purpose. You may not know what it is, but there is major purpose in your life and who you are.
Yeah, those helped me out a lot.
Good. Absolutely
right,
excellent.
Thank you,
Thank
Kath.
you so much for calling in. Hey, and JV, I also want to point out, we have Donna Wilkie here from the UK.
Yeah, I've been watching Donna's comments in Facebook. Hey, Donna.
She is in the UK. And you know what? I just really want to say, because Donna can't get through on the phone, I've seen her trying very hard. Donna, you've got a mother figure that is coming through for you. And it looks like a grandmother figure, too. And so now when I see them on the other side of the fence where I was saying before by the green pasture, but it also feels like they're legitimately like really standing on the other side of a white picket fence. I'm not sure if this is from a previous home where they would have lived or by your home, but they're standing on the other side of a fence wanting me to acknowledge this to you. And then they're talking, I don't know if you're eating them right now or if this would have been a favorite thing, but some kind of a biscuit or it's funny. That's funny because then she was like, not your kind of biscuit. I know, it's not my kind of biscuit because my biscuit would be like biscuits and gravy here in America. She's talking about like a thin cookie of some kind. But it's sweet and it really doesn't really taste like vanilla or anything. It's just like butter. It tastes like butter maybe. So I'm supposed to, Donna Wilkie, this is for you. So if you, I know you can't get through. So just know that mom figure, grandma figure coming through, telling me to tell you that you have a move coming up or a move of some kind. So time to get up. When the door appears, get up and do it, like a move of some kind. So I hope that makes some sense to you. Yes. A tea biscuit. Yeah, she's got, tea, too. Well, that's funny, but it's like a buttery thing. So, yay.
There you go, Donna.
Thanks a lot, Donna.
Glad we could do that. Listening all the way in England. What was just 5 hours ahead there, so it's like 3 a.m. there. So thank you for being so patient and persistent.
Donna.
Yeah. Illinois is not 5 hours ahead. In fact, they're an hour behind. Here's Sharon from Illinois. Hey, Sharon.
Hi.
Hi, Sharon. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am good, thank you. I am good. Okay, Sharon, for you, the first thing that I'm supposed to tell you, they take me straight to your money finances room. They're saying, do not spend any money right now. It looks like you've got plans, if not made right now, that you will be having plans about spending money. And they're saying, don't frivolously spend anything and do not loan any money out right now. Don't hand it out. You'll never get it back. Even if the person promises, you won't see it again. So if you're going to give money out, just write it off because you'll never see it again. But they're very adamant about saying no. And the other thing that they want me to point out to you is in this room, money finance room, in the middle of the floor, there seems to be a drain. And the drain represents a person or a situation around you that is wasting your money, that somehow or another something is causing the money to flow out of this, and it's dripping out of this room. So you have to somehow close that hole, which means either cutting someone off financially, which sometimes can be hard, or figuring out what am I needlessly spending money on, and then put it away. Close that hole, figure it out, and stop. But they're saying this is one of your biggest functions right now is to set a budget or redo your budget, but spending and savings right now for you is a key factor in the future as far as how you're going to need it and where you're going to spend it. So just hang on to money right now. No, don't go buying a car right now. No cars. No cars. So yeah, interesting. But I think it's funny too, because really quickly before I let you go, it looks like you were in the process of redoing the room, which means that either you would have been through a divorce or somehow the money would have been separated and then money coming in would have been changed. So somehow or another, the room has been changed in how income is coming in and how it's going out. So like someone may have lost a job or a divorce, but somehow the room is going through like a whole new redo. And now you're dealing with this leak. So try to figure that out and fix it. So that is for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the call, Sharon. Let's see here. We're going to take, by the way, just so you know, the folks that are on hold right now, we're going to get to all of those calls. However, we're not going to take any new calls because we just can't simply go on much longer. I do have to produce Beyond Reality Radio and host Beyond Reality Radio at midnight. And I know this gets very, very fatiguing for Rebecca doing so many readings. So we're trying to get to everybody, but we're going to definitely get to the few that remain on hold, but we're just not going to take any more calls after that. So this is Kimberly in California.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Kimberly. How are you? Thanks for calling JV and I tonight.
Thank you.
Wow, you have the most awesome energy. I want to come to your house. I want to sit on your lap, on your couch, and then let you put me to sleep.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes, and you can feed me cookies, too, because I'll be happy to just fall asleep with cookie crumbs on my chest and just snore away. But you have the most amazing energy. You are, oh my gosh, you're like an angel. You very could be incarnate, but you have an amazing, loving, generous, kind, open door energy. You're like an epitome of what love is. It's amazing. Like your energy, I just want to curl up in it. It just is such a feel good. You gosh, you are non-judgmental. I mean, you are really I want to call you a saint. And it's funny because I'm looking for anything that is like, what's wrong? What can I tell her to fix? What can I tell her how to do? And it looks like you have perfected the ability to brush things off. So it's not that you're not taken advantage of by people, or you're not like people don't hold doors for you. It's not that things don't happen to you in a negative way during the day or the course of a day, but you blow it off. You don't take anything personally in that way. You don't allow it to affect your day. You don't allow someone else to control how you feel. And it's amazing. I love your energy. You can heal people, girl. Your energy is healing. Now, just in that fact, just the fact that I'm feeling this means that I'm good. I'm not stealing your energy. I want to curl up in it. However, there are people out there who will know that, oh man, she's got the best energy. She does? Yeah, okay, let's go to her house. Okay, great, let's go. So people will connect with you on a level because they may feel like they know that you have that energy, that it feels good. And in this day and age, positive energy can be a drug to some people, and they call them like emotional vampires, karmic vampires. It's just like oral vampire, like AUR, not like oral of the mouth, but people who suck energy from others. And so to protect yourself and to protect your health, you want to make sure that you are not allowing people to do that. So think of anybody around you who, when they leave, you're either exhausted or you have a headache or you're, fit to be tied, and then try to discontinue or disconnect those visits or that time with that person so that you are not losing that positive energy. Because it's amazing, and it looks like you would give it generously. You just give it to people, but you also have to take care of your own health. And I think, it's funny, I think I'm just talking around in circles here because I'm also hearing, as I said that, I'm like, I hear she gets her energy from God, so you have a strong faith as well, and
I do.
You truly believe, and so a lot of your energies come from spirit, and I get it, I understand it, but you have such a great way of blowing it off. See, I take everything personally. I still haven't figured that when I'm a baby like that. But you have this
I teach
awesome
kindergarten,
energy.
and I've had to learn that. So
you what?
I teach kindergarten, so I've had
to learn how to blow it off. Oh, my gosh, you are a saint. Those kids would all be, like, walking out going, Rebecca had us today, Rebecca's out today. They would look at the tick and stuff. They wouldn't even be able to talk right. From me, teaching kindergarten, are you kidding? I'm a whack job like that. I'm, like, hyper, and I wouldn't even have a course down. We would just be dancing all day.
Yeah, well, we do that some days. I love it.
Well, that is awesome. It certainly explains the saintly energy you were getting, Rebecca. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for the call. Let's go to Laura, also in Wisconsin. Hey, Laura.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Laura.
Hello.
Hi. All right. So let's take a peek at you. You have on they look like those little Holland clogs. You know, the little wooden shoes. They're not those, though. They just look like it. And they almost like nurses' shoes, like the nurses' little slip-ons. They're kind of cloggy and big, non-slip. And so they're showing you walking along a path in these, and it's kind of mucky, but your shoes are like, and your outfit are perfectly white. Like, everything is white. It's sparkly white. So what they're first of all saying is that as uncertain as you may be about your path right now, it looks like you're following and being led by Spirit, and things are kind of falling in the way. Now, the way to know that you're going the right direction is, or at least in the right time, is that everything will start to fall into place for you. You really don't have to work at it. It's like, I'm going to try this. Oh my gosh, it worked. Okay, right direction. It's when we are going in the wrong direction that we will, consistently hit barriers, or, when we are ahead of the game, when our soul knows we're supposed to do something, but we're moving ahead too quickly. So we kind of have to sit back and wait. But for you, what it looks like is that you are going to be untouchable right now by the negative energies, by anything that could possibly get in your way. Another thing, that you're about to embark in something that could be scary and worrisome, but I'm supposed to tell you that it's going to be successful. It's going to be a success. I'm also supposed to tell you, now, do you have a daughter around you right now? A little daughter?
Not at the moment, but I mean, not like physically in the same space as I am, but yes.
You have a little girl?
I do.
Okay. Looking at her, is she like infant little?
Yeah, 3 years old.
Okay, no, I'm talking smaller.
Oh, no, not that I'm aware of.
Okay, because I'm wondering, I'm looking, and this looks like there is a baby girl going to be coming through to you, and I would say with a 3. Oh, well, your daughter is also 3, but with a 3, meaning the 3rd of the month, 3 months from now, March. Let's see. So if it's March, it would be what? Back 3, so that puts it as February, January, December, right? Is that correct? No. Forward 3, March, April, May, June. So, no, you'd have to be pregnant now. Are you pregnant right now?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Well, then you would know by now, right? You would know by now. So with a 3, so maybe if it's not a March, then either it's a March pregnancy, or with a 3 being like the 3rd of the month, 3 days from now, that kind of a thing.
Okay.
So 3 is significant. So put it on the calendar, anything with a 3 from this point forward, and see where it lands.
All right.
Okay. So the little girl that you have now is not the one I am seeing.
Okay.
And the little girl that I'm seeing now that you have, the 3-year-old, she does see people. She does see things.
Okay.
So if she's having any kind of waking at night or night terrors, it's because it looks like a grandmother is stopping in to visit with her. So I would just simply, what I've done in the past is just simply say, please leave her alone when she's sleeping. You're waking her up and freaking her out. It'll stop.
Okay.
It's very cool. Very awesome. Well, thanks for calling in.
That was amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Laura. Okay, we're going to take one more phone call, and then we're going to end for tonight. But This is a couple things you need to note. First of all, this is kind of an offshoot of something that Rebecca and I do on Beyond Reality Radio, which is known as Readings with Rebecca. It's the first Thursday of every month on the radio show. If you're unfamiliar with what Beyond Reality Radio is, go to the website. It's just beyondrealityradio.com. It's a live radio show. I co-host with Jason Hawes from Ghost Hunters. We do it. It's on 5 nights a week. It's live 4 nights a week, Monday through Thursday night at midnight Eastern. And we feature more than just psychic discussions. There's ghosts, there's UFOs. Rebecca, we covered a lot of stuff on that program.
You guys do. I tell everybody, you know what, it's not just my kind of thing. We're talking Bigfoot, conspiracies, government, sleep, dreams. You guys really do cover everything. And it's always a great show.
Thank you. And we do try to make it very interesting. And actually, tonight we've got 2 guests on the program talking about various paranormal topics, including UFOs, because the second guest is going to be specifically about UFOs. The first one wrote a book about 34 different paranormal experiences. If you're unsure how to listen to the program, again, it goes live at midnight tonight, Eastern. You can also go to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/C, the letter C/JV Johnson. And we do a live stream there. And Rebecca, your YouTube channel is also, that's where you do your live YouTube gallery readings.
Yes, I do. I do the live YouTube galleries on the YouTube. And if I do a gallery, too, like a live gallery, like in person, I will live stream it either to my Facebook page or to the YouTube channel, too. So everybody gets to see everything.
And this is going really, really well. So, Rebecca, you and I will talk about some kind of schedule that we can continue to do this on.
Oh, absolutely.
Because people are loving it. I'm having a great time. I think you're enjoying it as well.
I'm loving it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll continue to do this. So if you want to keep up to date as to when we will do this particular type of broadcast on Facebook and YouTube, then go to Facebook and like both my page and Rebecca's page. Mine is just JV Johnson, or it can be found as JVJ Paranormal. And Rebecca, what's your Facebook handle?
Just /God's Reader. And they can get on there and find me there. I'm on all the time.
Awesome. Okay, so let's take this final call. This is AJ in New York. Hey, AJ.
How's it going, JV? Hi, Rebecca.
Great, thank you.
Hi, AJ. How are you?
Not too bad. How about yourself?
I am good. You know, you have an amazing energy that I want to say is about to achieve something. And I want everybody to listen to what I'm about to tell you, because there might be other people in your same situation right now. But when you are about to do something according to your life's plan that is uplifting, inspirational, awesome, life-changing, not only for you, but for the others around you, when you're about to do something that, let's say, is in your contract and God has said, this is what I want you to do, and this is what I want you to try to achieve, and you're like, oh my God, I totally am going to do that because it's going to help Jim and John and Joe, and Mary's going to be like, woohoo, for the first time ever, I feel this way. Okay, you're about to do something awesome. So right now, there is something that you are going through, that you have been going through, that you are on a pinnacle of achieving. But at the same time that I see you obtaining that success, I'm also feeling like you've got something negative around you that's trying to stop you. This will come through in the ways of anxiety or depression, sadness, even just ill feelings towards self. I want you to tell it to go straight back to the darkness that it came from. I want you to ignore it. I want you to dispel it. Do not listen to it. When you start hearing anything negative about what you are doing, anything stupid about what you are doing with your life, your career, your choices, that is negative, I want you to tell it to stop, to just go away. You don't have time for it. Even envision yourself like hugging God, or just sitting on a park bench with Christ, whoever you pray to, okay? Sit with them and be like, I don't have time for this, because you are about to do something amazing, and it feels like it doesn't just affect you. It feels like you do something for many people, and whatever is weighing on you it really can cause us to really just all of a sudden think, am I thinking this? Is this me? Do I really feel this way? And you're hearing, yes, you do. And it's like, no, really, I don't, but I'm hearing that I do. So you just have this really amazing energy, and what you have to realize is you are about to fulfill something substantial in your life contract. and you can't falter at this point. You can't even sit down by a tree stump. You have to keep walking forward. No distractions, no temptations, nothing that's going to pull you away from where your focus is. And this is another thing that I tell people. Usually I can't explain it as easily on the internet, but if you take where you're sitting right now and you focus on like the furthest thing away from you, okay, everything else around you gets blurry. But you keep that focus, at least you know that, okay, there's my cat. If I keep my eyes on the wall, I'm going to step over the cat. I don't have to look at the cat to know the cat is there. I'm just going to step, or maybe I will step on my cat because he can bite me sometimes. I know there's a chair there. I'm going to walk around the chair. I don't have to remove my vision from my goal to know that there's something in my way. The moment that we stop and go, oh, there's my phone. What is it? Oh, Facebook. And there's my cat. And there's my computer. Oh, my coffee. I'm going to drink my coffee. The moment we take our focus off of our goal, now we are focusing on all the obstacles in the way, and we have a heck of a time getting there because now we're distracted as ever. And right now, what I am being told to tell you is you figure out what your goal is, and you focus on it, and you climb over everything else as if it's blurry, okay? That is your homework. You do not stop until you pass go. You understand?
Understand. Wow.
Please find me, too, on Facebook so we can stay in communication.
I will. I'll look you up right now.
Excellent. AJ, thank you so much for getting through.
Thank you. Thank you, JV.
Yeah, you're welcome, AJ. Thank you for the phone call. Okay, so as we said, we're not going to take any more phone calls tonight. That's a lot. We did a lot in about an hour and a half, Rebecca. But we're going to do this again. This worked really, really well, and Rebecca and I will talk about it, figure out when we can do it. I don't know if we can do it on a regular basis, Rebecca, just because we're both traveling. We both got a lot of stuff going on. But it's certainly something we're going to revisit.
Absolutely. You know what? You know you can always get a hold of me, and we can do this last minute. If I'm not busy, believe me, boom, we're going to set it up.
And the best way to keep in touch with what's going on, because especially if it is going to be a last-minute thing, is to probably subscribe to both of our YouTube channels. Mine is, everything is youtube.com/C/ and then mine is JV Johnson, and yours is just Rebecca Foster. Okay, so that's simple. And then on Facebook, also like our pages. Mine is JV Johnson on Facebook, or it's JVJ Paranormal. You can get to it either way. Yours is God's Reader, or it's also Rebecca Foster, PhD.
Yes.
So either way. Very simple, right?
Easy to find.
Right. So tell me what happens after you do a session like this. Do you grab a glass of milk and a couple cookies and kind of chill out? What happens?
Bottle of wine, pack of cigarettes. That's my thing. No. Usually, like when we do the BRR ones, usually I zonk out. I go straight to bed. This one, I'm just going to go up and I'll forget about the whole thing. I'll unwind, come down, and just go watch The Bachelorette or something.
Nice. whatever you have to do, right? Okay. Hey, listen, everybody, thank you so much for joining us on Facebook, also on YouTube. It was a great night, and we appreciate your patience. I know it can be a little frustrating when you're trying to get through and you want to get a reading and all you get is a busy signal, but those phone lines were overwhelmed tonight.
Yeah, it was fun. I love doing it, and just the listeners getting a chance for everybody to hear. Hopefully somebody will hear something and go, oh, that makes sense. I get that. So.
All right. Well, everybody have a great night. I'm JV Johnson, of course, Rebecca Foster, psychic medium. Visit her site as well, godstool.com or rebeccafoster.co. Either place will get you to her website. And don't forget to tune in tonight. It's Beyond Reality Radio. That comes your way midnight Eastern time. If you aren't sure how to listen, go to beyondrealityradio.com or go to youtube.com/C/JV Johnson. Thanks, everybody. Have a great, great night.